No, they're not. They're wrong. I'm telling you, because I'm teaching I know the format. I'm teaching English. I know the format.
Right.
I know what it's supposed to look like. I know what's supposed to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, when you get into your upper classes, whatever major you're in, if you're taking a professor who's serious about what they're doing, especially if you're taking a professor who does research, like the kind of professor who doesn't show up to class because they're busy doing research, oh, they're gonna notice it.
Really?
And they're gonna be on you. They're going to see that you did it wrong because they're going to know that they told you, I want this in APA. I want this in Chicago. I want this in whatever. They're going to notice it.
Oh, interesting.
And that's points on you because you want to use a citation generator that didn't know what it was doing. It's a machine. And this goes back to the ChatGPT thing because it's still just a machine at the end of the day.
True.
And it can't be perfect. Where is it getting the information from? And this is why I advocate against using citation generators as the end-all, be-all. Because ChatGPT gets this information from where?
Other sources, yeah.
Other sources. It's
on the
not.
internet, yeah?
This isn't original information.
True.
It's getting it from somewhere.
True.
And guess what? You could get the same information from the same place. The only difference is when you use that information, as a human, you have the ability to look at it and augment it. You have the ability to integrate it.
Right.
So that it's not considered plagiarism. And you can integrate it in a way that flows with your way of speaking.
Right.
Instead of just copy and pasting something and just throwing it into an essay and saying, okay, that's good because ChatGPT gave it to me. And that's honestly what my concern is. What my concern is that people are going to use it and just say, write me this essay.
Right.
And then submit the essay. And then I read the essay and I'm just like, obviously this isn't you.
This isn't you.
B,
Right.
I read the essay and this is another thing. And students don't realize this, but you read enough. You read enough essays. There's such a clear difference between what a student submits and what a professional would say.
Oh, wow.
When I have read essays where the whole thing was excellent. Excellent essay. I get to one sentence and it just stops me and I'm like,
really?
This specific sentence came from a professional in this field. Copy and paste into Google, lo and behold, it comes up in an academic article that they didn't cite.
Oh, wow.
Where do you think ChatGPT is getting the information from? You think it doesn't have access to those? I mean, if I'm going to program an AI to do this, I'm going to program it in a way to where it can source from places where you would otherwise have to spend, $40, $70 to get access to the article.
Right.
And I haven't done that much research on it to know where
it gets
if it has access,
yeah.
if it has access to those sources. But what I do know is that I've seen enough of what ChatGPT can do to know how versatile it is.
Yeah.
And that there is 100%, there's no doubt about it. You can get it to access this information. I don't know how to do it. I couldn't go into ChatGPT or whatever the program is and tweak it to do it. I couldn't do it. But I know that it can do that.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it do it. I've seen so much that ChatGPT is able to do.
Yeah.
Write entire movie scripts that are better than movies.
I know, right?
That you paid money for. You paid money for movies that are worse.
The smartest thing I've ever seen.
ChatGPT could write.
Yeah.
Which is more of an insult to the movie industry.
I know, very insult.
But it can do it. So
another thing is, do you think this is final question, sir? Do you think it's going to put a lot of people out of job?
I think the only way that it puts people out of jobs is if... Okay, I'm gonna take a step back.
Okay.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I think that it does have potential to do that.
Okay.
But the only way that ChatGPT puts people out of jobs is if we ignore that process of double checking and verifying information.
Correct.
Because
True.
the machine can't verify itself. And we've seen this throughout history. So when you had Ford come up with the assembly line, that was something where it eliminated jobs from people who were manually putting these cars together.
Right.
And now you have a machine that's doing it. But then what happens when the machine breaks?
Right.
And who does quality control on the final product? Someone still has to do that. So yeah, ChatGPT, if it gets to that point where it can eliminate jobs, it's going to do it.
Right.
But it's not a new thing. People look at this like it's a new thing. And read a history book. This has been happening for a very long time.
Right.
This has been happening for the entire stretch of human history.
Wow.
Where we come up with new innovations, and these innovations eliminate the necessity to perform certain tasks. And every time this happens, we still end up having more jobs. Not more jobs and more plentiful, but it still ends up creating an industry for other jobs. And that industry tends to be the maintenance on these machines. Because if it breaks, I'm not going to go there, but if it breaks, someone has to fix it, right?
Right. Someone has to fix it,
which means someone has to learn how to fix it. And no one's going to... Some people might do it, but no one's going to learn how to fix it for free.
Right.
Right?
That's true.
So there's going to be fledgling industries even when these technologies take over certain industries.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ultimately, there's a net loss of jobs, I think. I'm not an economist, so I can't really speak to that with total confidence, but to me it seems like there would be a net loss of jobs.
Right. Yeah,
but there's still going to be jobs that are created, and as society progresses, I think there's always going to be more jobs that are available, and it's a matter of how are you able to adapt to this new system of how things work.
Yeah, I agree. I agree to that.
Yeah, I just feel bad for people who are, older people who maybe they're down on their luck. They lose their job they've had for 30 years.
Right.
And it's like all the jobs that are available, I wasn't trained for. And I can't work anymore, but I need to work. That's who I feel bad for.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad for people who are in their, early 20s and worried about AI taking over. You're going to have a job. Because you're at the point in your life where you've worked into it. You've eased into it.
Right.
Dude, you're fine. You're okay. Unless you just don't care, you're okay. You have the skill set to do that. So it's really just older people who don't have the retirement money, who aren't able to just stop working and be fine. Those are people who I would be concerned about.
Yeah.
Not the majority of the population, because I just think that they're you were born into it. You can make it work.
So why you were speaking, I plugged it in. I said, will AI take away jobs from people? And it's interesting that, the ChatGPT could answer the same question, just everything you said. It's very, very interesting.
I don't know why you just put this in front of me just now, because I literally just said this, but I'm reading through this. Okay, so the search query is, will AI take away jobs from people? And the thing that ChatGPT came up with is almost word for word exactly what I
just said.
No, I'm gonna give you direct quotes from ChatGPT. So ChatGPT says, AI has the potential to automate certain jobs, which could lead to job displacement, which is exactly what I said.
Mm-hmm.
However, it can also create new job opportunities in areas such as AI development and maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
I said maintenance. I didn't say development.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like that was just kind of implicit that you have to develop the AI.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever. The overall effect of AI on employment is complex and uncertain and will likely vary depending on the specific industry and job role.
Exactly what you said.
Exactly what I just said. And Chat GPT just
you just grab the thing from your brain and just put it here.
I wasted neurons on this. Like, I had to think about this and expend actual energy to do this. And
this is interesting.
Used energy too to do that, but it's just it can do it so much faster. That provided an explanation so much faster than I could do it speaking, and people can probably read. Maybe they can't, but people could probably read faster than they can listen to me say anything. So why not just use Chat GPT as Google?
Right, as Google,
Google so many questions all the time, and then you search through the results to find something that's relevant.
Yeah.
But if you can just ask ChatGPT a question, and it can give you 1 or 2 or 3 paragraphs about it in real time, so that you can just read it as it's populated, and it's getting this information from Google.
From Google, yeah.
Then why bother using Google? It doesn't make sense, but it's also super frustrating.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Because if ChatGPT can do this, then why the fuck are we here?
I know, right? Why are we here?
What are we doing?
What are we doing? That's the question. All right, Professor Aimee, thank you so much for joining us.
I do what I can
on the show. Thank you so much, and we hope that whenever I call on you to come again on the show, you appear again.
Please don't call me.
I actually will. So thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was very educative to you. Make sure you like and share this video for others to join. Make sure you also drop a comment in the section about any video you would like us to talk about.
Share it with your friends. Don't forget to share with your friends.
Thank you so much.
I do what I can.
Okay.